Exercise has long been proven to be beneficial to sleep, but did you know that different types of exercise can have a better effect than others? We'll look at some recent research into this on today's episode. I'm Jay, and this is Somnilopod. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great weekend. We're actually in my area of the world. There's a big festival coming up. It's the Kentucky Derby, and it's a horse race that happens every year on the first Saturday in May. So a lot of the locals tend to do yard work and gardening just to sort of spiffy up the place. So we've been doing a lot of work around the house this weekend. And I'm here to tell you that my back is reminding me how old I am. So it's a good segue into some research that I saw recently that talked about the effects of specific types of exercise on our sleep. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, we've always known, or rather we've known for a very long time, that exercise is beneficial to sleep, both quantity and quality. And a lot of research hasn't really been done into the specific types of exercise. There was a review of articles in 2017 on the topic of sleep and exercise. And they looked at 34 different studies into the topic, and their conclusion just confirmed what we're mentioning, is that exercise does improve both the quality and the duration of our sleep, how well we sleep and how long we sleep. And not only does exercise benefit our sleep, it also benefits our mood and helps us sort of decompress. That is important when you're suffering from insomnia, because a lot of times your mood and your emotions can affect your ability to sort of deal with being tired and deal with having to sort of focus on sleeping and getting a good night's sleep. There's not been a lot of research into the specific types of exercise that work best. And I'm talking about aerobic or cardio exercise, and resistance training or strength training. So a recent study from 2022 looked at 400 individuals who were not previously physically active and were either obese or considered overweight. And they separated these people into 4 different categories. They had a cardio group, a group that was just doing aerobic exercise. They had a group that was just doing strength training and resistance training. They had a group that was a combination of the two, so they were doing both resistance and aerobic exercise. And then they had a group that didn't exercise at all. Now, each of these groups, except for the one that was no exercise, were doing their exercises at least 60 minutes a day, 3 times a week. And what they did, they followed these people for about a year. And after the first year, they found that the people who were doing resistance training, that's the strength training portion, they slept on average 17 minutes longer, and they also had a higher sleep efficiency. Both of the groups that did resistance training, the ones that just did the resistance and the ones that had a combination of the two, both of those groups had a much higher sleep efficiency. So the length and quality of the sleep that these researchers found was better for those people doing the resistance training. And I think it's interesting to point out simply because both types of exercises are going to be beneficial for us. It's important to remember that we can incorporate these types of exercises, both of them, throughout our day and throughout our week. The participants in the study, they specifically used exercise equipment, but a lot of us don't really have access to exercise equipment. So if you want to try to increase your exercise level, there are a lot of things that you can do on your own for both cardiovascular and resistance training that do not require any additional equipment at all. For example, we can do walking, as I mentioned earlier, yard work. Because believe me, I got both my resistance training and my cardiovascular done in that one activity. But it's simple to try to incorporate some of this stuff to help your sleep be a little bit better. Resistance training, you can do push-ups, you can do squats, lunges. It's important to remember to try to incorporate all of your major body groups because you don't want to be lopsided. We don't want to have you just have great big arms and teeny tiny legs. So you want to try to incorporate, lunges, squats, push-ups, and start these things slow. Talk to your doctor if you've not been a person who exercises regularly and you're beginning an exercise program. Just say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. I want to try to help affect my sleep a little bit. So I want to incorporate some more types of exercise into my life. Just get the okay there. And you can start slow and gradually build up to these things. And once you do that, I hope that you start to see a difference in the way you're sleeping and the amount you're sleeping, as well as the quality of your sleep. I know I'm definitely on that track myself, trying to incorporate more of this stuff just to help myself with my insomnia, which I have suffered from for a long time. And I've noticed that things like that really do help. So give it a shot. And once you do try it, let me know how you're doing. You can contact me at j@somnilopod.com. You can also reach out to me through the website as well as through any of the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and what's the other one? YouTube. So check those things out. Until we talk next time, remember to get your exercise done and to make sleep a priority. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.